That's the way the writer of Hebrew put in Hebrews chapter 5 verse 12. He said, no, oh fools and slow of heart. Sometimes you find some of us in the church, God's children, slow of heart. Maybe slow of heart to comprehend the message of Christ, to understand what it means to live in the purpose of Christ for your life. Slow of heart doesn't mean the person's heart is beating, boom, slow. No. It means that, have you met people who say, this healing thing, this evangelism thing, you see the way he put it, this thing, this giving and receiving thing, that person is this church thing, going for week service thing. So, but you can see out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth is communicating that this person is slow of heart, bradus. Some even boast about it. Me, I'm a Christian, or better. It's not everything I believe. Oh. And they boast about it because an age that should be intelligent, but suddenly you see people arguing and talking, but they lack spiritual intelligence. They lack understanding of what the doctrine of Father and Son is. So Jesus is speaking to them and to us also who are in his church today. He said, oh fools and slow of heart, to believe all that the prophets had spoken. Meaning, if you are truly going to the synagogue, if you have truly read the scrolls, because it is given to every Jewish child, every child of Israel, to read through the scroll at least once or twice in his lifetime. So, you were ignorant. Look at verse 26. Say, ought not. If you have truly read, you will have known. Ought not Christ to have suffered these things that is shocking you? These things you are amazed about. You know, sometimes God's children will see a miracle and say, how can leg grow out? How can blind eyes be open? No, don't use your mind is finite. That means you don't know all. You know some, you don't know all. So we keep growing to conclude on something. He said, ought not Christ to have suffered these things? So in our study, we have been looking at he suffered some things, and to enter into his glory. So the sufferings of Christ and the glory that should follow. We see in 1 Peter chapter 1 by verse 10 to 11, Peter also talks about what the prophets inquired and searched. And then he talks about is the sufferings of Christ and the glory that should. You see, when we say that should follow, we are reading because the glory that has followed, because Christ is risen. So the resurrection Christ is behind us now. They prove that Christ rose. Look at his church. Look at the saints. And everything you see about his saints today, you see that signature of Christ's resurrection. The glorification, the ascension, that we are now identified with him. As he is, so is the believer. Praise the Lord. So when Jesus said that, let's see verse 44 of Luke 2. These are the words I have spoken unto you. You will not be in this state of being confused. Are you understanding that? That all things must be fulfilled. All things must be fulfilled. When you read all things, you see in English, all things, everything. But you see, in the original, it's talking all, passe, P-A-S, passe. That means all these things. There must be these things. Because in English language, when you say all things, I saw all things. Meaning you saw everything. But the implication here, or the implied meaning here, is that all these things. So he begins to explain it. All these things must be fulfilled, plerotanai, must be brought to its fullness, must be brought to its completion. Look at what he says now. Which we are written in the law of Moses and in the prophets and in the Psalms concerning me. So all these things concerning me, which we are written, graphe, so you can bring out a book, a holy writ. You can bring out a book and see all these things which were written. It's not a fantasy. They were not just, oh, okay, we think this one. No, they are written in the law of Moses, written in the prophets. Meaning, actually, when you say the prophets, you are talking of from Genesis to Malachi. And in the Psalms, because the Psalms are brought in, including Proverbs, including Ecclesiastes. Proverbs is not written to learn how to make money. Proverbs is the writing of a teacher. Solomon was introduced as a teacher. That's why people say the blessings of the Lord maketh rich and added no sorrow. Do you know what he means by the blessings of the Lord? As a king is given to every king